Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
Adams. That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now he's forced out right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Rodgers pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Incomplete.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Now a play fake here on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They go play action here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Those are the drive. Rodgers now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 19-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 57 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A loss of 1.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that'll be complete to Dillon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Rodgers again now. That's complete, right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The screen pass here to Cohen. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tariq Cohen as the first half is winding down. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To Darnell Mooney. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Robinson.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game.
7-yard pickup.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That's good. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers 17.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man is Winfrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 20,
shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 19-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
The 5-yard line.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tanyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Robinson. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That good for 22 and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he...
Back to throw. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Bears, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time. You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Monday. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in... And they'll begin by running the option. The quick feet by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 75 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His 11th touchdown on the... On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Burrow. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 93 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Raven 1st down.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as...
Now Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Higgins. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
10 at the 49-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision, just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Burrow will throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run with Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, quick slant to Brown.
Jackson's
the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
complete.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
5-yard gain.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The previous play is under review.
And And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. 15 yards there for number 15. So they come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Mark Andrews.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And a Raven first down.
Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on... They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the contact.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Lamar Jackson.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just...
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 29. Come on.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 16.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Bengals.
To see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.